Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with a bunch of trades, and I have a brand new system. It's called the Trigger Zone System. I found the magic indicator and the holy grail trading system. I know a lot of you traders are going to say there's no such thing. Okay, you might be right, but this is as close as what you're ever going to get to a magic indicator or the holy grail trading system. It helps to find the beginning of the up and down cycles within the market. You can easily trade all 3 sessions 24 hours a day. I call that the flow of the market, which is what you must learn. Now we can look at the trades that I did on this day. Here they are here. I did 13 trades. They were all winners. I caught the very beginning of each and every one of these cycles. I called the flow of the market. And every one of these trades I took, I was minimum 95% sure it was going to be a winner. I did Forex pairs. I did futures. Doesn't make any difference. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom here, they were the big paydays. Be very careful with this DAX 30 and the NASDAQ. As the NASDAQ is $20 a pip and this DAX 30 is $37.50 a pip. Be very careful. It's a wild one, that's for sure. You must get in at the beginning of the cycle, which my trigger zones will show you and guide you. Now, just to let you know, when I first was doing the videos, there was like version 1 with no timing indicator. I missed it so much, I put it back. And this is the magical indicator right here, just in case you didn't know. Trigger zones. I call it TZ for short. This, with a high level of accuracy, will guide you into the trade. In other words, you want to buy low going up, sell high going down. Buy low, sell. Buy low, sell up here. Sell, buy. And when the market's kind of going flat, like this pound yen is, I just decided to catch this market right here. And by the way, every day around 6 in the morning, I'm drilling down the lights. I put in the line, started actually over here, and I knew that I wanted to be selling, so there was the arrow. So I decided to pull the trigger here, but I could have also bought in here. But it's always good to be going in the direction of minimum, and I do repeat, minimum 4 hours in daily if you're a day trader. If you're like a swing trader, position trader, then you're looking at the weekly and the monthly. By the way, everything I'm telling you and showing you, I go in 100 times more great detail within the training videos, and there's 50 training videos, so a lot of training and education. This will be a little bit longer video because I've got so many trades in here, but let's go through these. Pound yen, sold it a little bit back here, went up a little bit more, not a big deal, went against me around 12 pips, and I closed it out being happy with 8 pips. Looks like I did the same thing on both. I got in again, actually a little bit later. Let's see. Yeah, it was a little bit later. I thought I double clicked it, but my error. I took the trade twice. Hey, but nothing wrong with having an error and still making pips. They both produced, as you can see, 8 pips, paying out $700. Moving on to the dollar CAD right here. Took it, you'll notice a lot of these trades I used to do between 6 and 7, and now I'm trading like this one right here was after 10 o'clock. I just wanted to point out that you can trade, you know, various times. Just follow the cycles, and the trigger zones definitely will show you the cycles. Dollar CAD. Let's see. Now remember, I drilled down the lights. I knew I wanted to be selling. And remember, I do the daily trade plan around 6 o'clock in the mornings. And it does take me at least 45 minutes, up to an hour to do. I highly recommend you get your hands on the daily trade plan, because if it's always better to be going in the direction of a little bit higher time frame. Let's see where I got in at. Back here, actually this line when I was drilling down the light was over here. So here, now I did decide to do this little bit of a cycle. Not much you can do about it. 18 pips against me. But I knew the higher time frames was telling me to sell. And it looks like I got 9 pips there. And 9 pips on the dollar CAD paid $727. Moving on to the next trade, Euro CAD. Right here. Let's see where I got in at. There's the line. There's the arrow. Got in. Again, you know, the market it's hard to get the perfect timing, but it went against me 7 pips, locking in about 13 pips, and 13 pips on the Euro CAD paid $1,051. The reason why I do a lot of trades, because I don't know exactly which one is going to give me the most pips and the most money. Now I know the futures will, but I started out 17 years ago doing Forex, so I still love trading Forex. But I've had a few of my trading buddies telling me you got to do futures because they pay more. At the beginning it was so wild that I was terrified to trade futures. But once you get the beginning of the cycles going up and down, you're going to love doing futures because it pays a lot more. Let's move on. 30 years bonds. Right here, there's the line. I drilled down the lights. There's the arrow. I knew I wanted to sell. I was so busy looking at so many different instruments that I should have got out over here, but I knew I was going to get another chance to grab some pips. Let's see now. Never, well, it might have went a pip or 1 pip against me, and looks like I locked in about 22 pips. Keep in mind that each pip is worth $5. If you times that by 5, it equals to $1,100. Moving on to pound dollar. And by the way, the pound was very weak today. Higher time frames were screaming to sell. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I did 4 of them. Pound dollar. And when you're 95% sure you're going to have a winner, well, once you know the direction of the higher time frame, which is right here, the arrow, telling me to sell. So let's see where I got in at on the pound dollar, right on the red candle here. And looks like I closed out, you know, because it looks like it's going mostly sideways. Now remember, I'm not looking for 100 pips on a trade. Just get in and grab some pips. Nothing wrong with grabbing pound dollar. Let's see, 11 pips. Each pip is worth $10 times 10. That works out to $1,100. So remember, the magic indicator is the TZ, the goal line at the bottom, and the system as a whole. I call that the Holy Grail. I love it so much. You know, I'm just super excited. Let's see, pound Swiss. Let's go check this out. Drill down the lights. There's the line. There's the arrow. I knew it was going to go down. And let's see how many pips it went against me. Got in right about here. Looks like it went 2 pips against me. And I finally closed it out being happy with 16 pips. And 16 pips on the pound Swiss paid $1,864. Remember, I teach all the tips and tricks, all the information you need, And if you apply the system with the daily trade plan, well, those two is a great combination to have. And you should find success quite quickly. It depends on where you are and how much knowledge you have within the trading industry. Next pair, pound pair, I did pound Aussie. Same thing, line, arrow, everything. Higher time frames telling me to sell. I sold it on this candle, and it went against me. Not a big deal. 9 pips, and looks like I closed it out with looks like around 25 pips, and those 25 pips paid $1,881. Moving right along, pound CAD. Should see a similar pattern by now. One pound gonna do it? Well, they all did it. It's as simple as that. Trading's not that difficult once you learn the flow of the market and you have a really good system that's going to tell you when to get in the trade. Love it. Went against me 7 pips. Closed it out, just again being happy with 25 pips. And let's see, 25 pips paid out on the pound CAD $2,021. Now we're getting into the money making instruments. Crude oil, $10 a pip. Crude oil. Well, there's the line, higher time frames. And by the way, as I mentioned earlier, I'm given 6 templates. First one is the original version 1, no timing indicator. The next, and no goal line here. I've had traders who actually got their hands on this, and my feedback was, missed the goal line, need the goal line. Okay, so I made another version. So there's 3 versions, and the one with the goal line on the top is version number 3, and this goal line really helps a lot. Anyhow, you can pick whichever template that you like the most. You'll notice also that this system is very clean. It's not cluttered. You can see nice and clearly, like it's not bogged down with all kinds of indicators. But you really need the brains of the system is down here at the bottom. Moving, let's see, crude oil. We're buying. Took the trade here. Later on, let's see what time. 7:50 in the morning. Close it out just being happy over here with 43 pips. $10 a pip is $4,300. Moving right along, NASDAQ. This pays $20 a pip. Gold, by the way, is 10, and the DAX 30, be careful, 37.50 for that one. Here we go. I'm down on the 5 minutes because I had to wait patiently. Wait. What can I say? You must wait. Like, in other words, don't buy right here. You must wait. I started on the 15 minutes. I waited, and then there's your cycle right there. Very clear. Dropped it down to the 5 minutes so I can show you where I got in at. It doesn't have to move very much. Cleared the goal line. Lots of buy signals down at the bottom. Bingo. Another winner. Let's see right here. Closed it out right here. 26. You ignore the last 2 digits. These different future pairs, different readings, and it takes a while to get used to it. 26 pips. 26 pips on NASDAQ times $20 times the 10 lots is $5,280. And by the way, if you got the daily trade plan today, very clear, NASDAQ. All time frames are up, and it says watch for bullish trade preferred. So if I was only going to trade two things, I would do the NASDAQ and the DAX 30, which, by the way, it was a duplicate on the DAX 30. Watch for bullish trade preferred. If you would have just traded these two today, you would have made a killing. Well, unless you're down on 0.01, but even at that, you're still making money. And you don't need, let me repeat, you don't need a $10,000 account. Even a $1,000 account, you can put a lot of these trades in. So, and then you can build your account. If you're, so I had a trader asking me, how much do I need? Well, if you want to trade the way I'm trading, well, you're going to need a lot more than $10,000 account, that's for sure. Anyhow, that's part of money management. So, and by the way, within the package, there are some PDF books that talk about money management and trade management. Moving right along. Okay, we're done with that one. Gold, another one. Buy. So let's see where I got in at. Love gold. It just pays money like crazy. Perfect timing. Can you get, that was bang right on. Bang. Couldn't ask for anything better than this. 91 pips. $10 a pip. Produce $9,120. Love trading gold. Moving right along. DAX 30. This one, even I hesitate before I pull the trigger. Because, let's see, on the 15 minutes, like I knew I wanted to buy, but I had to wait for the pullback. And there it is right there, down at the bottom. Buy signals. There you go. Could you ask for anything better than that? Let's see. Where I got in at. Here we go. Look at this very tiny move. Very tiny. Over $10,000. Wow. Wonderful. Don't you just love it? 5 minutes. Here you go. Cleared the goal line. Bang. Everything screaming to buy. And I emphasize the word screaming. There you go. What did I get? Oh, it's so many digits here. What am I doing? DAX 30. That's 290 pips. 290. Let me check that one more time. Because this one here, right at the center of the cursor, to the center of this cursor, approximately, let's go with 290. 290. And let's pull up the calculator. 290 times $37.50. 10,875. Well, because that cursor easily can, but anyhow, those pips, whatever, ticks and pips, 290, ended up paying $10,687. There you go. So be super careful with the DAX 30. But anyhow, I just did the calculations and all the pips and ticks. I ended up today on this fantastic beginning of this week, fantastic week of the day of trading, was 587 pips, and that paid out $40,534. So if your system is not producing fantastic results on a daily basis, and I do recommend you get the trigger zones and get the daily trading plan. The bulk of these trades were done, and of course for you traders who have the daily trade plan, you would see that automatically, that these trades all panned out. So I highly recommend you get your hands on it. You want some more information, look right below this video. It's the trigger zone system, brand new. Been working on it for a few months, and I changed the versions a couple of times. So the one you're looking at right now is version 3. It's the one I love. I really truly miss the goal line. So I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market. That's exactly it in a nutshell. Buy low, sell high. It pinpoints the lows and the highs. My trigger zone system has 5 gigabytes of training. You'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Comes with 6 templates, 8 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. There's a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and this is standard. I throw this in for any system that you buy, as it has extreme high value with a lot of education, which should help you your learning curve. Now, there's a lot of ways to trade. I do teach a lot of ways to trade. That's why there's 50 training videos. My number one way, of course, is a great way to trade, and I'm using a combination of the goal line. And of course, there's too many things to read within here. Please put the video on pause, and there's many different ways to trade, and there's a ton of education within here. If you have any questions whatsoever, quite simple, pick up the phone, call me. Here's if you live too far, simple again, here's my email. Remember, there's an underscore. And I really do prefer Skype. All you got to do is click on this link. We'll have Skype connection, and through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session. I'll answer your questions, give you some tips and tricks. Keep in mind, I do that with no obligation to you. And of course, if you click on this link, you'll get or see 35 screenshots of all the systems I've been building over the years. And by the way, I teach in this one right here how to trade higher time frames, which you have to drill down the lights. And if you're a day trader, then just look at the 4 hours and the daily, because that's the direction it's going to go. And so, but I teach all those tips and tricks within the training videos. Well, definitely time to wrap up this video. It's one of the longer ones. Apologize for that, but I wanted to show you as much as possible on this trigger zone system. And time to wrap up the video. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next day of trading and video, good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.